The adopted son time froze 15 years ago. My father had just signed a massive new contract and was sitting in his car, high on success. Just as he was envisioning the future, an out-of-control semi-truck barreled around the corner. Bang! The car flipped, tumbling off the road with the passengers inside. "Mr. Stone, watch out!" My father's best friend and his most trusted assistant threw himself over my father, using his own body as a shield. The car was a mangled wreck. Gasoline poured out like water from an open faucet. It was a matter of life and death. Brave bystanders managed to pull my father and his assistant from the wreckage. The result, the friend died. My father lived. When my mother arrived at the hospital holding me, my father was sitting in a hospital gown, his head wrapped in gauze, weeping into his hands on the bed. "David, oh God, David, my brother." During his hospital stay, my father's mood was desolate. He spent every day scrolling through photos on his phone, reminiscing about the drinks they shared and the big dreams they had chased together. When the news came that David was to be buried that day, my father ignored the doctor's orders and his own injuries. He insisted on seeing his friend off on his final journey. I was only 3 years old at the time. My parents dressed in solemn black, white flowers pinned to their chests. The widow and orphan wept gut-wrenching tears by the casket. When they saw our family enter, David's wife went mad. She lunged at my father, grabbing him by the collar. "Richard Stone, you have a nerve to show your face. Why? Why wasn't it you who died? Do you rich people think your lives are worth more? Our happy home is destroyed because of you. Give me back my husband." Other relatives rushed to pull her away. My father looked like a man who had lost his soul. He drifted toward David's portrait and fell to his knees with a heavy thud. He burned ritual offerings, mumbling endlessly about their past brotherhood. After the cremation, my father bought the most expensive plot in the cemetery, vowing that David would rest in luxury. My mother supported him completely. After all, the man had paid with his life to save my father's. David's wife cried every day, having no heart to care for a child the same age as me. "Mrs. Evans, if you go on like this, you'll get sick, and Liam needs you," my father urged. "I can't. In this house, every time I close my eyes, I see his shadow. I can't take it anymore. I have to leave this place. But taking Liam to drag him through a life of uncertainty. I can't do that to him. Don't worry about that. I'll raise Liam, David's child, as my child." Mother immediately agreed, saying there would be no issue. After struggling with the decision, the woman finally agreed to send the child to our house. She boarded a plane back to her parents' home shortly after. Liam, originally nicknamed Junior, was only 6 months younger than me. He was cute, babbling constantly and always toddling after me. My parents showered him with care. They constantly told me I had to love Liam like my own brother. I gestured with my small hands, promising that as long as I was around, no one would bully him. I was just a toddler. What did I know? To get Liam into the same private kindergarten as me, Mom and Dad decided to formally add him to our household registry. They gave him a new name, Liam Stone. Keeping his middle name as Evans was their way of ensuring he never forgot the Father in heaven who watched over him. In kindergarten, if anyone dared to bully him, I stood in front of him, taking the heat and the punishments. But when he intentionally bullied the little girls and the parents were called in, Mom and Dad blamed me for not protecting my little brother. "Caleb, look at that fat kid. He keeps picking on me." "Liam, tell the teacher or Mom and Dad. We can't beat him. It's fine. We can take him together." Wait. The result was always the same. Liam would land a sneak attack and run, and I would get caught. Back home, he would brag, "Mom, Dad, if Caleb hadn't protected me today, I would have gotten beaten up." Parents would drop whatever they were doing and pull Liam into a tight embrace. "Liam, are you okay? Are you hurt? If anyone touches you again, Mom and Dad will teach them a lesson." Meanwhile, the housekeeper was applying antiseptic to my scrapes, watching my parents not even notice that I was the one who got hit. A sliver of resentment began to rise in my heart. "Dad, Mom, look, I'm the one bleeding here. You're the big brother. Those are your badges of honor for protecting Liam. It's fine. Boys are tough. Put some medicine on it. You'll be okay. But Liam doesn't have a scratch, and you're so worried. I got shoved onto the concrete, and you don't care. Who said we don't care? Look at you, jealous of your little brother. All right, all right. Mom will buy you ice cream later. Okay. I wasn't a 3-year-old anymore. I was 5. I don't want it. I shook off my mother's arm, pouted, and ran into my room. A moment later, Liam walked in holding an ice cream cone. Caleb, don't be mad. Here, I'm not mad at you. Just don't be so reckless next time. Got it. Gradually marginalized with 2 powerful backers, Liam grew increasingly arrogant. He didn't cause major disasters, but the stream of minor troubles was endless. The phrase constantly hanging on my parents' lips was, "He's just a child." When we were in the 4th grade, he made a bet with someone and actually set the hair of the girl sitting in front of him on fire. The girl took pride in her appearance, and her family was influential. Both sets of parents were summoned to the school. The other family demanded Liam be expelled, stating that such a dangerous child could absolutely not remain in the same school as their daughter. My parents bowed and scraped, apologizing profusely. The other family remained unforgiving. How about this? You let us burn your kid's hair, and we'll call even. Father pushed me forward. I couldn't believe it. I looked back at Father's determined gaze, then at Mother, who was comforting Liam in her arms. Why me? He's the one who bullied her. Do you even know what happened? You're the older brother. I have always told you to protect Liam. You failed to do so. Therefore, you should accept the punishment. Caleb, I haven't even started with you yet. You didn't know to stop him. You just watched your brother cause trouble. Caleb, I just made a mistake. Maybe I should just take the blame. Mom, Dad, don't make it hard for Caleb. After saying this, Liam buried his face in Mother's chest and wailed. My parents pitied him even more. They shoved me directly toward the girl's parents. Do whatever you see fit. Then they grabbed Liam, walked out of the school, and got into the car to go home. I was stunned. The girl's parents were speechless. Even the teachers in the office didn't know what to do. The culprit hadn't offered a single apology. Yet the innocent party, me, was pushed out as the scapegoat. That year, I was 10 years old. I understood a lot of things. Every time Liam seemed to speak up for me, he was actually playing the victim. Combined with my parents' bias, I had become his natural shield at school. The girl transferred schools in tears because she never received an apology. Her parents didn't punish me. They simply vowed never to do business with our family again. I walked home carrying a heavy backpack, unsure of how to describe the feeling in my chest. Was it jealousy, sorrow, anger, or just apathy? I pushed open the front door, dissatisfaction written all over my face. My parents had taken out toys and were playing with Liam. Liam was laughing, a sound of pure joy. Seeing me return, Liam ran over with a toy in hand. Caleb, look, Mom and Dad bought these for me. Here, I'll give you one. He held out the smallest, ugliest cartoon figure. I snatched it, threw it on the floor, and stomped on it with all my might. I don't want it, and don't come to me when you cause trouble at school, or I won't be polite about it. He burst into tears immediately. My parents, witnessing the scene, instantly pulled Liam into their protective embrace. Slap! Father's hand struck my face hard. I was knocked to the ground. I looked up, locking eyes with my father. Dad, you hit me. He causes trouble, and you don't care. You bought all those toys, and you give me this piece of trash. Father's eyes were complicated. He had meant to hit me, but seeing Liam upset, his hand had moved on its own. Mother was also startled by his action and quickly helped me up from the floor. Richard, no matter what, you shouldn't hit him. Caleb is still young. What if you hurt him? Seeing he no longer had protection, Liam went into full drama queen mode. He smashed the toy in his hand to pieces. Mom, Dad, don't buy me anything anymore. Just buy things for Caleb. I don't want anything. He lay on the floor and started throwing a tantrum. This trick didn't work on me, but for my parents, it was effective 100% of the time. Sure enough, my parents, who had just been feeling a moment of guilt, rushed to his side. I walked upstairs alone. That evening, I was doing homework at my desk when Father came in with a glass of milk. Sophie, so Dad was impulsive today. I shouldn't have hit you. I'm not drinking it, I said, still angry. Dad has a difficult position. Liam's father died, saving me. We have to be good to his son. That excuse again. I took the milk and poured every drop into the potted plant. Fina, get out. You child, I apologize to you. You're being incredibly immature. After Father left, Mother came in to talk to me. She went on about how hard it was for Father, how much our family owed the Evans family. My ears were practically callous from hearing it. I held up my notebook. Get out. I have homework to do. Isolated and helpless after the beating, I was noticeably given the cold shoulder in the house. The butler and the maids, seeing which way the wind blew, realized that in this home, Liam's word carried far more weight than mine. When they saw Liam, they bowed and scraped, calling him young Master Liam. When they saw me, it was a lukewarm Master Caleb. I ordered beef for dinner. Liam shouted that he wanted fish. The result? At dinner, there wasn't a single piece of beef in sight. Liam gradually entered his rebellious phase and lost the respect he used to show me. Perhaps it had all been a disguise, a privilege granted to him by my parents. He stopped calling me brother and didn't need my protection. He even dared to provoke me. Hey, do my homework for tonight. I'm going out to hang with my friends. I threw his books out of my room. I have no obligation to do that. You know Mom and Dad don't like you. Don't take it out on me. If you don't write it today, I guarantee your allowance gets cut. Get the hell out of my room. Fine, just you wait. From outside the door came a wailing sound, as if someone had died. My parents arrived promptly. There were things in the homework I didn't understand, so I asked Caleb, and he threw me out. Hearing their precious darling was bullied, my parents pounded frantically on my door. Obviously, I had locked it. They stood outside screaming that I had no conscience, that I was ungrateful. I lay on my bed, hands pressed tight over my ears, but their voices pierced my brain constantly. The next day, sure enough, my allowance was cut. Told you to write it. You didn't. Serves you right. He actually came to provoke me again. All the anger I had suppressed for years exploded in that moment. I grabbed him by the hair and rained punches on his face. He didn't fight back. A hint of a sneer appeared on his puffy face. Mom, Dad, help. Caleb is killing me. Father rushed in and kicked me straight in the stomach. Mother's scolding arrived late, but was inevitable. All you do all day is bully your brother. How can you be so vicious? Can't you just yield to him? Mom, Dad, he acts like a saint in front of you. Don't you know that? Scoundrel, how dare you slander your brother? You have truly disappointed me. Exactly. You've loved fighting since you were small. Today, you must apologize to your brother, or I won't spare you. Liam, underscoring. I charged at Liam like a madman. The result was getting knocked to the ground by my parents again. They took Liam's hand, saying they were taking him to the mall to make him feel better. Before leaving, they ordered the butler to apply medicine to my wounds and lock me in the dark storage room in the basement. No food until I reflected on my actions. Liam looked back with a cold smirk, as if declaring his victory. An older maid quietly slipped a note to me. Master Caleb, you have to lower your head when you're under their roof. I tore the note to shreds. The physical pain was nothing compared to the agony in my heart. They returned. They had bought Liam piles of clothes for me. They bought a single outdated jacket. They said it was my punishment. Father opened the basement door. Do you know you were wrong? I only know that my fists aren't as hard as yours. Why are you so difficult? What's wrong with letting him have his way? His dad saved my life, right? That's your excuse for bullying me indiscriminately. For years, all I've heard is he saved your life. So, I deserve to be abused. Who abused you? Isn't it you who's always bullying him? Why don't you just kill me? Consider it payment for his dad's life. Unreasonable. Looks like you haven't reflected enough. Get the hell out. Father couldn't be bothered with me anymore and slammed the door shut. My heart shattered into pieces on the floor. From bad to worse in the Stone household, aside from basic survival, I had been reduced to the status of a prop. On my birthday, they would symbolically say happy birthday and buy a small cupcake. On Liam's birthday, it was drums and trumpets, fireworks, and fanfare. The media dug up the story of my father and Liam's biological dad. Heavily embellished, my father became the hero who took in the orphan. The three of them frequently appeared on talk shows. Humanity has true love. Chairman Stone's boundless love. The Stone couple showers an orphan with love. A friendship forged in blood. News flooded phones, newspapers, and TV. On the programs, Father would do on Liam while wiping away tears as he spoke of his bond with his late friend. Mother packaged Liam as a sensible, ambitious, optimistic child, claiming that becoming his mother was the happiest thing in her life. Overcome with emotion, Liam would kneel and beg my parents for blessings right in front of the host. It was a pity he wasn't an actor. I thought if I didn't disturb them, we could coexist in peace. But Liam started picking fights, intentionally or otherwise. Caleb, Mom and Dad really like me now. Are you jealous? I don't waste my breath on dogs. Sour grapes. Look, Mom and Dad bought me all this. Too bad there's nothing for you. What does that have to do with me? My biological dad didn't die. Caleb Stone, you dare say that to me? Good, just you wait. After some heavy exaggeration and fabrication from Liam, my confused father dragged me into the study. Have I been too lenient with you? Have I said, or have I not said, do not provoke Liam? Why are you so disobedient? Do you want to anger me to death? Dad, don't be mad. As long as Caleb apologizes, it's fine. I'm okay. After all, I'm not your real son. You are Richard Stone's son. Today, Dad is going to make this animal apologize to you. I grabbed a golf club from the corner and handed it to him, then pointed at my own head. If you beat me to death, will that pay off this so-called debt of gratitude? You owe his dad a life. So, use your son's life to pay for it. Slap. Father, slap me across the face hard. Animal, what are you saying? You heard me clearly. Isn't it just death? Are you scared? Why wasn't it you who died back then? I raised the club and swung it toward my own head. Mother rushed in, seeing blood streaming down my forehead. She hurriedly ordered the servants to bandage me up. Mom, is this really necessary? Isn't death what you want? You stopped me this time, but you won't stop me next time. Liam, if I die, you can stay in this house legitimately, right? You're crazy. No one said you should die. What is wrong with you? Why are you so petty? Yes, I'm crazy. No matter what he does, it's right. Whatever I say is wrong. I don't even dare ask for fairness anymore. I just beg you to open your eyes. Stop pretending to be asleep. And look at what you've turned them into. This house suffocates me. It makes me sick. The past is the past. Why do you keep holding on to it? Some things are in the past for you. But for me, they will never pass. Because I'm the one who was wronged, not you. Unless I say I forgive you, no one has the right to tell me to be the bigger person. 16 years of life. I slammed the door and left this shattered home. I didn't want it anymore. Psychological trauma. They thought I was just throwing tantrum. But when I hadn't returned home for 3 days, they panicked. They called the police and mobilized their staff. When they found me, I was doing odd jobs at a small hostel. My request was simple. Just give me a bed. Running away from home now. Do you know how worried we were? Worried about me, or worried I wasn't dead? If I died, it would have paid off your debt perfectly. Watch your mouth. Let's go. Come home with me. Home? Which home? Why don't you tell these people right now? Do I still have a home? So, you were wrong a little bit. So what? You're a big boy. Can't you be a little more generous? Generous? Fine. Richard Stone, don't say I didn't give you a chance. I'll call someone else Dad right now. If you're okay with that, I'll go back. You dare call me by my full name? There's no end to this, is there? You're coming back today, or I'll break your legs. Officers, you heard him, right? He won't raise me when I'm young, so don't blame me for not caring for him when he's old. I refused to go back because the police were present. My parents' bodyguards didn't dare make a move. It was a standoff. I see the child has a massive psychological resistance to you. Let's go back to the station for now, an officer said in the mediation room. I didn't back down. You already have a son named Liam Stone. If you're dragging me back because of this bit of blood relation, I'll return the blood to you right now. Why are you so stubborn? No one in the family said they don't like you. Do you want your father to die before you come home? Officer, I want to sever ties with them. I don't want anything. I just want to live freely. If they keep forcing me, I'll kill myself. The police were in a bind. Domestic disputes were the biggest headaches to handle. They brought in a psychologist to assess me. I honestly don't know how you raised this child. He has intense suicidal tendencies. If you keep pushing him, at best he'll self-harm. At worst, he'll commit suicide. My suggestion is that you do not see each other for a while. He looks at you like enemies. This isn't 1 or 2 years of emotional buildup. It's at least 8 years. Do you have any happy memories? Like trips you took together? Fragments of a happy life. If not, we can only leave it to time. We do. We have those. My parents frantically opened their phones. Not a single photo. How can be none? We definitely took him places. Mother scrolled faster and faster, her fingers trembling more with every swipe. They desperately needed to prove to others that they loved me. Enough. Even if you had them, so what? You want me to forgive you? Then go die. I lunged at them like a madman, only held back by 2 officers. My eyes were bloodshot, my face twisted like a demon's. Let me go. I'll kill them. Then no one will bother me. You have Liam. Why do you have to bother me? Isn't my leaving exactly what you wanted? How shameless are you people? Tell me why. My voice boomed, stunning everyone in the room. The police hurried my parents out. I am sorry. In this situation, we suggest you don't meet. The child needs counseling. My parents want to say something, but they heard my curses echoing from the mediation room. Richard Stone, you shouldn't be alive. Why? Why wasn't it you who died back then? Father's heart felt like it was being carved by a knife. He couldn't speak of his pain, and he didn't understand how it had come to this. Mother opened her mouth, but in the end could only entrust me to the psychologist and leave with Father. They stopped appearing in my world. I felt much lighter. After the psychologist's diagnosis, I didn't get better, but the doctor nearly went insane. He advised me to let go of the past. I told him not to preach goodness without knowing another's suffering. He said parental love is selfless. I said it could be selfish enough to use a son's life to pay a debt. He talked about filial duty. I talked about respect. He said living like this is painful. I said, at least after leaving, my mental state is great. He asked, don't you miss your parents? I said, I miss them so much. I want them dead right now. After several discussions between the doctor, the police, and my parents, it was decided they would not contact me. Only I could walk myself out of this. The high school years, humans are wretched creatures. They never cherish what they get easily and only try to retrieve what they've lost. They didn't dare see me privately, only checking on my status through the police. When I started high school, I ran into them. Son, it's been so long. Are you less angry now? Come home. Okay. Yes. Mom misses you every day. Caleb, I was wrong. I know I was too willful before. Please come back. The 3 of them put on a show of deep affection. I knew that one step backward meant falling into the abyss. Especially seeing Liam's reluctant expression, I knew the family had pressured him, too. But what did that have to do with me? Looking at them made me want to vomit. I submitted a transfer request to the school. The reason? I didn't want to be in the same school as an animal. I know you're angry. You just want Dad to die, right? Fine. I'll go right now. No need for drama. This is the 10th floor. Jump, and I'll forgive you. Fine. He walked to the window with fake bravado, and immediately several bodyguards blocked him. What a pity. I turned and left. If you bother me again, I won't mind sending you off myself. My parents told the psychological expert what I said. Everyone shook their heads. Only time could heal this kind of damage. I chose to live in the dorms at a school with no Stone family members. I returned to normal. I liked the noise, especially being with classmates. I feared the dark because every time I was lonely, I remembered myself in that dark basement, so helpless. Sometimes my homeroom teacher caught me spacing out in study hall and would call me to the office to talk. Caleb Stone, is something on your mind? Mr. Harrison, break is coming up. I have nowhere to live. How can that be? I remember your family info. Is there a difficulty you need help with? Actually, sometimes I wish I could just strip the flesh from my bones and give it all back to them. Return the life they gave me just to be free. If you're hurting, you have to say it. Keeping it inside will destroy you sooner or later. It's too much, sir. So much I don't dare think about it. If I recall even a little bit, I feel like I'm suffocating. Then write your pain down. Write it out. Then throw it in the trash. You'll feel better. Have you done that, sir? Yeah. Think about it. How many rebellious kids are in our class? Sometimes I get so mad I could go crazy. I write it all down, toss it in the bin, and I feel much better. I'll try. Believe in yourself. Even if the whole world doesn't love you, you have to love yourself. Only when you are strong can you stop getting hurt. From that day on, I started a diary. I wrote about the kindergarten days, how they praised me as a warrior. I wrote about school, how my parents' love drained away from me. I wrote about the first time I was beaten. For 3 whole years of high school, I filled a diary. They didn't dare visit me. Liam didn't dare appear in front of me for 3 years because he was afraid I might actually snap and kill him. Actually, he preferred I didn't come back so he could enjoy the high-quality life alone. My parents still loved him, granting his every wish, only stealing a glance at me once a month. Before the SATs and graduation, Mr. Harrison found me. "Caleb, I've read your diary for 3 years. You're amazing. Most people would have been crushed. It's because you taught me well, sir. You're graduating soon. You're an adult. You've matured a lot. Is it time to let go of the past?" "I'll let go. I'm going to walk my own path. I won't say more. Good luck. I hope my students all get great scores. I won't let you down." The exam spanned 2 days. I felt no pressure calculating my score and university acceptance cutoffs in my head. Among the parents at the school gate, I saw them. I gave them a faint smile, said nothing, looked at the diner next door, and walked in first. It's rare for such a big event like graduation. "You guys actually didn't go watch Liam. Son, come back. It's been 3 years. We really miss you. Let me think about it." "Okay, at least wait until the results are out." "Really? Is that a yes? Let's eat together." "Yes, yes, yes." The 3 of us eating as a family. Rare indeed. They didn't bring Liam. They wanted to go to a fancy restaurant, but I shook my head slightly. We went to a small diner near the school. I ordered 3 cheeseburgers. "Eat up. I have a lot to do after this." My parents ate with tears in their eyes, their gaze never leaving me. They felt the doctor's advice back then had been correct. I finished quickly, went to the counter to pay, and turned to leave. "Son, where are you going?" "You guys keep eating." I replied, "I really have things to do. Let me think a bit more. I'll come home in a few days." The diary and the letter. My scores were excellent, a 15-20 on the SATs. Mr. Harrison was the first to congratulate me. Although I wouldn't go to an Ivy League, I could get into a top-tier state university. I thought for a long time, then filled out the application for a university far away. I texted my exam results to my parents and told them I would come home in 3 days. They were ecstatic. For 3 days, they decorated the house. Liam was unhappy, but he swallowed it. I used the money I earned from working to buy many gifts for my teachers, my classmates, the police officers from back then, and the psychologist I had tortured. The moon was full and bright tonight. I picked up my pen and wrote a letter without pausing. I folded it and put it in an envelope. Looking at the diary on the desk, the silver necklace for Mom, and the fountain pen for Dad, I packed them neatly and tied a bow around the box. "Boss, I've worked for you for 3 years. Can you deliver this to this address tomorrow?" "Caleb, what is this?" "Time waits for no one. I have to go immediately. Safe travels. Call me if you need anything." "Will do, boss. Good luck with the business." The moonlight stretched my shadow long as I joined a group of recruits boarding the train. Epilogue 1. Ding dong. The doorbell of the stone villa rang. My parents thought I had returned. Without waiting for the butler, they rushed to the door, but they didn't find me. Only a crier. "Someone asked me to deliver this to you." My parents were confused, but took the package. "Mom, Dad, isn't Caleb back yet? What is this? Is it for me?" "I don't know. Just that someone sent it. Let's open it." The packaging is so careful. It must be something good. Maybe Caleb bought it for me. "Good boy. When your brother comes back, don't provoke him anymore." "I know, Dad." With that, Liam tore open the packaging violently. Clatter. A necklace, a fountain pen, a diary, and a letter fell to the floor. Liam was bewildered. He hadn't expected this content. My parents instinctively picked the items up, seeing only a silver necklace and a pen. They looked disdainful and told the butler to throw them away. Then they picked up the diary and the letter. After flipping through 2 pages of the diary, their faces changed. Liam tried to lean in for a look, but this time he was rejected. "Son, go get ready. Your mom and I need to go to the study," ignoring Liam's protests. They went to the study and locked the door. They read the diary page by page. Inside were 13 whole years of my memories of their bias. Memories that suffocated me. The first time they scolded me. The first time they hit me. The first time they threw me in the basement. The first time I ran away. The ending was what I had written just last night. "Mom loves beauty. Sadly, I have no capability, so I can only buy you a silver necklace. Father works hard, so I can only buy you a fountain pen. I hope your work goes well. I think it is time for me to leave." They quickly turned to the letter, tore open the envelope, and unfolded the paper. Epilogue 2. Respected Dad, Mom. Please allow me to call you that one last time. By the time you read this letter, I will already be on a train to a strange land. Thank you for bringing me into this colorful world. But I've been trapped in darkness for 13 years, and I want to go out and see the light. Dad, to pay a debt of gratitude, you transferred the love that belonged to me onto Liam. I don't blame you for that, because his father bought your life with his. I just feel you shouldn't have done it this way. At least in teaching Liam respect or in his moral education, you were wrong. Whatever he wants, you give. That isn't love. That's spoiling him without limits. For this indulgence, you damaged the bond between father and son irreversibly. It's a dead loop. Someone had to be sacrificed. It just happened to be me. Mom, I haven't received a birthday gift from you in a long time. While Liam has so many, I get jealous. You always told me, let your brother have it. I let him have the toys. You asked me to let him have the clothes. I let him have the clothes. You asked me to let him have the room. I let him have the room. You asked me to let him have the happiness. I let him have the happiness. You asked me to let him have this home. I let him have the home. Then you asked me to let him have my parents. Fun, I let him have it all. Dad, Mom, I just want to ask you one thing. Did you ever think that I was just a child, too? I was scared of the dark, too. I needed to be loved, too. I had parents, but no love. I had a home, but lost my place in it. I learned painful lessons, and I lost you. I'm leaving. I'm joining the military. Don't look for me, because I don't know where I'll be. Maybe the freezing winds of the north. Maybe a humid outpost on the border, a station on high mountain, or a lighthouse isolated overseas. In this life, goodbye. After reading the letter, my parents acted as if possessed, frantically searching for the items they had just told the butler to throw away. Mother's hands were covered in filth, but she didn't stop until she found a necklace. Caleb, a wail of grief. Father found a fountain pen and knelt before the trash can, slapping his own face in madness. Liam ran over to pull them up, but Father turned to look at him. Liam Stone, I raised you this long. I have done right by my friend. I'll give you some money. Go find your mother. Dad, are you getting rid of me? Don't call me Dad. Mom, do you not want me either? My son is named Caleb Stone. Fine, fine. Richard Stone. My dad died because of you. You have to be responsible until the end. Father looked at him coldly. He seemed so strange. Perhaps this was his true face all along. If you don't want to die, take the money and get out. Liam was forcibly put in a car and sent to his biological mother. But his mother had remarried long ago and didn't want him at all. No one wanted him. So Liam began a life of delinquency. The money was gone quickly. Eventually, during a failed insurance scam, he was arrested. My parents sold all their assets and contacted every media outlet just to see me once. When they finally found my unit, they learned I'd been injured during a mission and discharged. They began the journey to find me all over again. The wind chimes rang. 2 people entered the shop. Make us 3 orders of the house special. Cheeseburgers. This time, we're treating our son. Story complete. Story complete.